Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who review for today. So for this Doctor review, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Series 6. And of course, we have that nice little rhyme in the series as well, where it goes, tick tock goes the clock till River kills the Doctor. I have to admit, Series 6, it's very much of a good series, but not as great as it could have been. I think for the first part of Series 6 had so much potential, where the second part of the series basically falls flat on its face. And that's not me nitpicking, that's me literally saying what I personally do think of the series. It's literally, the first half of it, absolutely brilliant. And then when you get to the second part of the series, because it was split into two parts, so for Series 6B, it literally falls flat on its face, and it really lets a lot of stuff go that the first part was actually building up. So I'm going to talk about the episodes and then of course the story arc itself. So the main thing about the series, it follows on a big story arc, the Doctor's death. The Doctor's death is a fixed point in time at Lake Saluta in America. And this is the whole point of the series. Series 6 basically just like literally this whole massive story up around about the Doctor's death. And of course, there's no way to cheat death because it is a fixed point in time, and fixed points in time cannot be changed. Or can they? As we all find out later on in the series when I get to that part. So I'm going to talk about the first part of the episode. Basically, it is the Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon two-parter. Now, I love the way how this series opens up, where you kind of got this King running after the Doctor, and the Doctor's hiding naked underneath this woman's dress. And I like the way how he's there with the sword, lifts up the woman's dress, and the Doctor pops out going, now, this isn't really bad as it looks. And then if you cut to Amy and Rory talking about all this, and Rory goes, do you really think the Doctor's just there waving at us through history books? It's something he does. And then, of course, Rory's there watching his favourite film, and pop comes the 11th Doctor during it. And I found that bit funny. And then, of course, they end up with these letters to Lake Saluta and stuff. And, of course, the Doctor sends one to River. You send one to Carlton Dalaver III, as well as a past incarnation of the 11th Doctor. So this is basically set the Doctor in his future, and he's sending time, like, letters back through his own time period to set a course for the day of death. And then, of course, the Doctor, Amy, Rory, River all meet up at Lake Saluta, and after having a talk, and the Doctor saying that he's 911, and Amy goes, really, you were 909 when we last saw you? And he goes, no, like that. And then, of course, the astronaut rises from the deep, which we do find out it's somebody later on, so which I'm going to talk about. And the astronaut just killed the Doctor. And then, of course, he's there looking at his companion saying, I'm sorry, he's about to regenerate, and he's shot in the middle of the regeneration. And he never made it into the next one, as we find out. Then, of course, when Rory, Amy, and River basically burn the Doctor's body, they go back to the cafe. And they're kind of talking, and along comes a younger 11th Doctor, where basically he opens the door, and they're like, oh, and River goes, this is cold. Or, hello, this is something that you're going to say. And I like the way how he goes to war, where Amy goes, you're okay. How can you be okay? Goes, oh yeah, of course I'm okay. I'm the king of okay. Rory, the Roman, hello, Rory. And Doctor of a Song, what have you got from your bad time? This time, you bad girl. And when she goes, when she slaps me, and he goes, okay, I take that as something that I've done yet. Yes, it is good. Look forward to it. I really like the way how the 11th Doctor does have this banter with River. And then, of course, they go to New York 1969, where the whole silence is, and they go and fight the silence. And the Doctor basically, I love that line when it comes out of his ties, and he goes, don't move. When I'm exactly confident, this is where I'm at my most dangerous point. I really love the 11th Doctor at this point, because you got River basically going around shooting all the silence, and the Doctor's just there waving his sonic screwdriver all about, which is absolutely brilliant to watch. And then, of course, the end of the episode, River kisses the Doctor outside her prison cell. And, of course, the Doctor acting like they've never done that before, the way he scratches his face. And she goes, what's wrong with you? You're acting like we never done that. He went, we haven't. She went, what? Like that. I really find that bit a little bit funny. The next episode, Curse of the Black Spot. It is one I really do enjoy. I like this one. Most people don't, but I have to admit, I actually do kind of like this one. I love the whole pirate theme through this episode when the Doctor, Amy and Rory basically pop up on this spaceship, on this basically pirate ship, and then of course right above it you've got this parallel spaceship part. I love the way how the Doctor literally opens the door and he goes, yo ho ho, oh, does nobody actually ever say that? And of course they threaten to drown the Doctor and the companions, and the Doctor, being the Doctor, finds out. Amy goes and rescues the Doctor, basically making this big black spot pop on his hand, and he goes, you've killed me. Oh, come on, it's just a scratch. And this homicidal mermaid person comes out and basically saps. And then of course the Doctor, Amy, and of course the pirate captain, I can't remember his name, all literally cut their fingers a little bit so they can follow on. And then of course Amy finds Rory, who's basically drowning, but they're trying to save him. You got the pirate's son and his crew there, and of course the Doctor, being the Doctor, as soon as he sees the TARDIS he goes, the TARDIS, and he hugs it. It really does make me laugh. The next episode after that one is called The Doctor's Wife. Now this one, I have to admit, is one of my favourite stories from series 6. I absolutely love this one because the TARDIS consciousness is actually put into a human body, so that house, the alien entity house, can actually take over the police box. Normally the plan is to draw a TARDIS and eats it, and the way they actually draw a Time Lord is send out these little distress boxes like we see during the second Doctor's final story, The War Games, and it has the mark of the Crusader. I do like the way how the Doctor and the human version of the TARDIS basically work together. She gives him the TARDIS energy to get the junkyard TARDIS working, ends up materialising where Nephew is standing, disintegrates him, which is another good part of the episode, and House is defeated by the TARDIS Matrix and the Doctor. I do like this episode. Now, the next episode is called the Almost People and Flesh and Rubber, I think. It's been a while since I watched this one. This is the Ganger 2 episodes. This one I do enjoy. I enjoy the second part of this one a bit more, because one is when you have the Flesh Doctor basically mannequin, and he's there talking, going, why, and he pushes the 11th Doctor out the way and he goes, would you like a jelly baby? Why, we've moved on. And of course you have Tennant going, hello, I'm the Doctor. And he's like, no, we have moved on. And of course he's there struggling through the Doctor's personalities, and he kind of goes all white in the face and he goes, ah, damn. I do like this two-parter. I like the way how this is basically to show Amy about the Ganger people, because as we find out at the end of the episode, Amy's been kidnapped by Madame Kavari and the Silence, and she's been taken into this massive base called Demon's Run so she can give birth to her child, because her child was actually conceived in the Time Vortex, and they believe that this child's now part Time Lord, which basically she is. So anyway, after the Doctor basically finds all this out and basically disintegrates the flesh version of Amy, the Doctor and Rory basically go around all through time and space collecting his debts. So we do meet Madame Fastra, we meet Jenny, we meet Strax, we have the Silurians in this one, we have the return of the pirate people, we have the return of the Dudu, we have a Santaran, aka Strax, I said, and Madame DeLorean. And of course, the whole Silence has made an alliance with a bunch of human people that basically wants to kill the Doctor, and they're aligned up with the Headless Monks as well, which is another good thing I love about the story, because you actually see more of a darker side. You love Doctor where he's there screaming, goes, today is not a good day to find out what I have so many. I love the way the 11th Doctor just delivers that line and tells the Colonel to run away. I really do love this one. And then of course, as it all finds out, Amy's child is actually a flesh version of her, and she disintegrates. After the Doctor and Madame Kavari kind of had this talk, and when the Doctor's there saying, you will never get it, I will swear on it, he goes, oh Doctor, fooling you once was a joy, but fooling you twice the same way, it's a privilege. And the way the 11th Doctor runs all through Demon's Run, and the way he's there screaming, like shouting Amy's name because he's trying to warn her, and I absolutely love it. I really do, because you do have Alex Kingston reading out that nice speech about Demon's Run, where Demon's Run is when a good man goes to war. Night will fall and drown the sun when a good man goes to war. And it does lead into the next part of the series, which is Series 7B. We have Let's Kill Hitler. Now, Let's Kill Hitler isn't a great episode. I enjoy it for the little comedy bits, like when you got River basically regenerating, and she goes, never shoot a woman while she's regenerating. And I really love the way how she takes out the Nazis that way. And of course the Doctor's dying because of the poison of Melody Pond. I really do enjoy that episode. The next episode is called Night Terrors, where we kind of hear more of the song saying tick tock goes the clock till River kills the Doctor. You know, that whole song. It's like, yeah, I actually do like that song. And I do like this episode because you do see Amy get turned into a peg doll, which is a really funny way. And I really do like George, the little alien child. I really think that's a pretty cool way of doing a Doctor Who twist, where he sends the Doctor a message saying, please save me from the monsters. And the Doctor gets it on a psychic paper and he opens it, goes, please save me from the monsters. Yeah, I really do enjoy that bit. The next episode after that, it is The Girl Who Waited. Not a great episode. This one isn't a great episode. It's got the Doctor in it, but very, very lightish Doctor moments. Yeah, not a great episode, I'm going to have to say. The next one after that is called The God Complex. Now, I really do enjoy this episode. I do like the Minotaur. I like the little people that literally, because the Minotaur goes around killing people after they actually say the phrase, praise him. And he goes around killing all these people. And of course, basically, the Doctor, Amy and Rory, and David Williams' character are the only survivors at the end of it. I have to admit, to actually have David Williams in a Doctor Who story, he's absolutely superb in it. I really love all the guest cast in this one. There's one girl, I can't remember her name, but I really think she had a potential to become a companion to the Doctor. And when she dies at the end, during the episode, I'm like, oh. I really think she had so much potential to become an actual companion to the Doctor, and they go and kill her off. Yeah, not great. Not a great start. And because Amy nearly died during this process, the Doctor takes her and Rory back to Earth. And then, of course, where we lead into the next story, aka Closing Time, where we re-meet James Corden's character, Craig. And, of course, the Cybermen. And we have the return of the Cybermats since 1975 in this story. Yes, I really like the new design of the Cybermats when they're open and they've got the little pointy teeth. I love the way how James Corden screams like, ah! I really do like this episode. It's got some bad bits in it. I really have to admit, it is my least favourite Cybermen episode from the Matt Smith era. It does have some bad moments, but it has some good comedy bits in it. Like when you kind of got James Corden being attacked by the Cybermat and he's there screaming in his kitchen. The Doctor is there with making sure that his child, Alfie, Craig's child's outside, and the Doctor being the Doctor is like, right, I'm going to smash through the window now. Smashes through the window, pulls sonic screwdriver and disables it and tries to turn it against the Cyberman himself. I really do love that bit. Then, of course, we have the most complicated episode of this series. The Wedding of River Song. Time's gone wrong because the Doctor's not dead, because the astronaut that was supposed to kill him in the first episode is actually River, and she stops herself and creates this whole kind of parallel universe sort of thing where everything's going on at once. The Doctor's there talking to Winston Churchill because in reality they're friends. We've got Silurians. We have a Silurian Doctor basically looking after the Prime Minister at the time, Winston Churchill. I have to admit, I do like certain aspects, because I do like when you got the 11th Doctor in the beard and he's there in the chains and stuff. I like the way with the silence, because when the silence recognise the Doctor, they know he has to die, so that can all get put back in time. Amy does kill Madame Cavari, and it's her last appearance. I would have thought she would have returned in the time of the Doctor, but unfortunately she doesn't. This is the last time we see her character, when Amy kills her in a parallel universe. Alternate universe, I should say, not parallel. I have to admit, I do like this episode a little bit. It's very, very complicated. It's very much like Sherlock, because I understand Moffat was actually writing Sherlock Series 2 when he was actually writing Series 6 of Doctor Who. When he was writing the series, I believe he was writing Series 2 of Sherlock, and I really think he was struggling in between the two. So, and then, of course, we have the Christmas episode, aka The Doctor, The Widow, and The Wardrobe. The week episode of Christmas time for the 11th Doctor. Yeah, I do like the way it mentions Andrew Steiner Minor, because Andrew Steiner Minor is where the case of Andrew Steiner is basically set. I do like the tree people. I love the way how the Doctor goes to the sonic screwdriver and goes, yes, the creature's made of wood. I haven't made a wood setting yet. I really think the Doctor should make a wood setting, don't you? And I really find that a bit funny. The rest of the episode, I find it a bit boring. Madge Halfwell, not so great. Lily and Cyril, I think them two are the best, basically, support characters in a Doctor Who Christmas episode. I really think them two had so much more potential than Madge Halfwell, who basically plays the mother. And that's mainly it. That's basically some information about the story. The series, for me, is my least favourite Matt Smith series, I have to admit. I like the first part. Definitely the first part is a lot stronger than the second. Second is definitely the weakest link, followed by the Christmas special. So, yeah, that's basically it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Series 6? Is it one of your favourites? Let me know what you think of my review. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share, and join for more awesome Doctor Who content.